Today I'm going to be showing you guys a glitch with Brigitte that lets you lunge yourself forward a very considerable distance. It's I don't even know how to word it, but if you know what this is already, I'll leave a timestamp in the description to how to make the macro for this if you have Razer Synapse. But if you don't know what it is, then you're going to want to watch this so you know how to use it. So this is how much distance Brigitte's shield bash would typically take her if you jumped off like a bridge. But this is how far you go when you use the lunge glitch. So yeah, that was a very big difference. I landed like right here at like the 12-ish meter mark instead of like I would say I landed like right around here, so 3-meter mark plus whatever distance that is. So yeah, that's a pretty considerable distance, and this is probably going to get patched really soon. I don't think that Blizzard's going to leave this in for long, since it's just adding more power to a hero that already has too much of it. But for now, abuse it. I mean, why not? If it'll help you win even one game, then it'll have been worth it. So here's how you make the macro. First of all, you do have to have a Razer keyboard or mouse for this to work. And if you have a Razer keyboard or mouse and you don't have Synapse installed, first of all, what the fuck are you doing with your Razer product? Second of all, you're gonna have to install Synapse 3.0. This might work with 2.0. I just don't know if the interface would look the same. So I already have one made, but I'm gonna show you how through the whole process of making it. So you're going to want to create a new macro. I'm gonna name this one Brig Lunge so I can tell the difference. Brig Lunge. And you can record it. If you can do this consistently, you can just record it, because this just records your keystrokes. But I find this to be inconsistent simply because, I mean, if you don't do it right, you're going to have to do a lot of experimenting. And if you just insert it like this, then it basically just does it a lot. It does it a lot more consistently. So you're going to want to insert a mouse button first. I'm going to get them all in order, and then I'm going to show you how to arrange them. So you're going to want to insert, you're going to want to insert a keystroke first. Let me back that up. You're going to want to insert a keystroke first, and then a mouse button. You're going to want to move the mouse buttons down so that they are separated from the keyboard strokes. And then after that, you're going to want to insert another mouse button. You're going to want to make sure those are separated. And then after that, you're going to want to insert a keystroke. These ones, so if you did exactly what I did, this is what your screen should look like. You're going to want to take the upstroke for that last keystroke and move it below the upstroke for the last mouse press. And that's the order that they should be in. So now we're going to set the delays. The first delay is 0.010 seconds. Or sorry, not 0.1, 0.10. That's not even the right key. Okay. The first key, so the first keystroke, which is the spacebar, is going to be 0.10 seconds. And then every delay after that is going to be 0.05. 0.05. 0.05. So you just want to set every keystroke, or every action after the first one to a 0.05 second delay. That should give you some amount of insight to how precise you have to be when you're doing this. You could probably up the timing on it, to be honest. I just found that 0.05 happened to work, and I don't know why I would go experimenting with other times that work when I found one that does. This is kind of an annoying task, because you have to click it and then click back to delay. If you just put 0.05 in, it'll autofill the 0 point in the second thing. So now you're going to want to go put in the keystrokes. The first keystroke is spacebar, and it'll fill in the other one, because that's how this works. This is the downstroke, meaning that's when you push the key down, and then this is the upstroke, meaning when the key comes back up from its down position. And then the mouse works the same way. When you push a mouse button down, it has to come back up. So now this one is a right click, and then this one is a left click, So what I'm doing is I'm just clicking the one that I want to change, or the one I want to assign a keystroke to, and then I just click this box, and I then click again for whatever keystroke or mouse button I want to press. And then this one is going to be left shift specifically. So if you got it all right, this should be what it looks like. It jumps, it pulls up the shield, it left clicks, it shifts, it unleft clicks, and it unshifts. These two, oh, I almost forgot something very vital to this, is that you want to move the right click, the upstroke for the right click below the upstroke for the left click. That makes it so it's left clicks while it's still in shield mode. So now, if you did everything right, it should be in this position. And so now you just, you should be in properties right now, because that's where it automatically goes to. You just want to minimize properties. Actually, it doesn't let you minimize properties. You want to open keybinds, and you want to click add. And then if you have a mouse and a keyboard, there'll be two options here. If you want to make it a keyboard activated macro, meaning you press a key on your keyboard to activate it, then you're going to click your keyboard. I don't have a Razer mouse, I only have a Razer keyboard, so I have to click my keyboard. If you have a keyboard like me, where I don't have extra keys for macros, I recommend using this key because it is like actually the least used key on your keyboard. I fail to even know what this key does, like what that symbol means, but you know, that's probably just my own ignorance. So you click the key you want to use. If you have macro keys, use those. The arrow keys are solid choices if you don't use those at all. And this is the vital part. You want to make sure this is set to play once. Because if you click play multiple times, Brigitte spazzes out and it is very unpleasant to look at. This is pretty much the same thing. It's just a toggle. And then this is like a hold down to repeat type thing. So you want to make sure that this little pull down window is set to play once. And then you're just going to click save. And now you have the macro, and you can go into game, and instead of having to consistently do it every time, you can just press the key that you assigned, which makes it a lot easier to use, more consistent, you know, it's just overall better. It's not very useful in combat. Like, if I try and use this against this, the only reason that did anything is because he was right next to a cliff. I mean, maybe if you, I don't know, I really couldn't see this being, like, used much, because it's just faster to do it by hand. The only reason you would have to do this is because with this you have to get the timing perfect. And with that being said, with everything being said, basically, I'm done with the video. I want to put a huge disclaimer that if you're seeing this more than like a couple months after it's posted, chances are it doesn't work anymore. I will probably post an update video saying that it has been patched, just so you guys know. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to show. I just wanted to show you guys this glitch so that everyone can take advantage of it and it doesn't give anyone specifically an advantage. But yeah, that's the video.